Most manufacturing downtime today doesn't start with a broken machine. The equipment works, the operators are ready, maintenance has done its job, and yet the line is down. What stopped it usually isn't mechanical. It's IT. For years, downtime meant mechanical failure. A motor burned out. A part wore down. Maintenance fixed it. That model doesn't match modern manufacturing anymore. Today, production depends on layers of IT that sit between people and machines. When those layers fail, the line stops instantly. Most production lines now rely on systems like manufacturing execution systems, ERP platforms, shop floor networks and Wi-Fi, centralized logins and access control, virtual servers and shared storage, cloud services and remote access. Even if a machine is physically ready, it often can't run without IT being available. It isn't a support function anymore. It's part of the production line. When downtime happens, the root cause usually follows a pattern. It's an IT failure chain. Networks are one of the most common causes of downtime. A single switch with no redundancy. A flat network where one issue spreads everywhere. Aging shop floor hardware. Unstable Wi-Fi for scanners and HMIs. When the network stutters, machines don't always stop cleanly. They hang. They error out. They wait for data that never arrives. Modern plants depend on centralized identity more than most leaders realize. Directory services go down. Certificates expire. Multi-factor authentication misfires. Logins slow during shift changes. From the floor, it looks like the system is down. Underneath, it's an access failure, and production never starts. MES and ERP systems sit at the center of production. Downtime happens when MES can't talk to machines. ERP latency delays work orders. Cloud systems lose connectivity. Integrations fail quietly. These aren't edge cases. They're everyday risks when IT architecture hasn't kept up with operations. Many plants run production systems on shared virtual infrastructure. That introduces real risk. One host failure affects multiple systems. Storage latency slows real-time operations. Backups look fine on paper, but fail when needed. A small infrastructure issue can turn into hours of lost production. Sometimes downtime is intentional. Suspicious activity triggers shutdowns. Security tools block legitimate traffic. Controls meant to protect the business interrupt production instead. Cybersecurity doesn't just protect data, it directly affects uptime. One of the biggest mistakes leadership makes is fixing the symptom, not the system. A switch gets rebooted. A firewall gets reset. Production resumes. But the design that allowed one failure to stop the line never changes. So the outage comes back, usually at a worse time. Ask yourself, can production run if the network goes down? Can operators work if logins fail? Can machines continue safely without MES or ERP? Is there a single IT component that can stop the plant? Have backups been tested in the last 90 days? If you're unsure on more than a few, downtime in your environment is likely an IT issue waiting to happen. Reducing downtime doesn't start with buying new machines. It starts by engineering IT the same way you engineer production. That means redundancy where downtime is unacceptable. Segmentation to limit blast radius. Local survivability when cloud or WAN links fail. Office-grade IT design doesn't belong on the shop floor. Every IT change is a production risk if it isn't coordinated. No surprise updates. Controlled patching. Maintenance windows aligned with operations. You can't treat production systems like office laptops. Security should protect production, not interrupt it. That requires tested incident response plans, security tools tuned for manufacturing, clear decision-making when risk and uptime collide. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop asking, why did the line stop? Start asking, what IT dependency was allowed to become a single point of failure? Downtime isn't random. It's predictable, and predictable problems can be engineered out. Consilien helps manufacturers identify where IT can silently stop production and fix it before downtime hits. If you want clarity, before the next outage does the teaching, schedule a manufacturing downtime risk review.